So at school I wasn't really that academic. I kind of struggled in the class and PE lessons and being out with other people doing sport was kind of my outlet of that was something I excelled at and really had a passion for from an early age, and even more so as we moved into my GCSE years. I think I had that dream of just wanting to work in being active and just being out, not stuck in an office doing a 9-to-5 desk job. I wanted to be out engaging with people. I thrive off other people's achievements, so to have a group of students or a group from a youth group come and engage in an activity that they've never done before, and just, you know, you get the nervous tension to start with when they don't know what's going to go on, and then come to the end of the session and they're so excitable and just asking how they can get involved in it and do more is really important. The people make the job. If I've gone out with a good group and I'm having a bad day, they make my day so much better. The variety is really important. So we do the same session, we can be out kayaking with groups and the location might change, and that changes everything. But as soon as you throw in an element of something that's uncontrollable, like the weather or someone's attitude to something, your session completely changes in dynamics as well. And I think working the outdoors, you've got so many elements that can suddenly change your session. It requires you to be a little bit more switched on as a coach, but actually not fear the unknown. I think you just need to embrace it and kind of run with it and see what happens. When you have a job that's not only your passion but your work, it just makes life even better. You're doing something that you enjoy every day, and even when you go and do it socially, you can think back to those times and have stories to tell people of an adventure you've been on more recently. So if we take paddle sports for instance, I think one of my biggest achievements as an individual paddler was circumnavigating the Isle of Wight in 17 hours in a sea kayak. I can go and tell people that and it inspires them to get involved in paddle sports. Or if we look at climbing, you know, talking about, oh, do you remember last week when we climbed that route? Traditionally, I think outdoor sports really increase that kind of communication skills, leadership skills. I think the outdoor setting gives the skills that it relates to a different scope. If you're sat in a classroom and someone says, let's do an initiative task and you're going to be the team leader, it's the same four walls that you see every day, and there's no element of uncertainty. You throw people into the outdoors and you say, right, we're going to kayak and we're going to go from Lower Swanwick and we're going to head up to Manor Farm, and you show them on a map the route that you're going to take. That requires more, because not only are we thinking, well, I need to look after myself, but actually you're a team player and you need to look after your people in a team, because if someone was to capsize, it's going to be cold, they're not going to be able to sort themselves out, and we need to be on hand to help them out to get them from A to B. I think if you take paddle sports as an option, any level 2 coach that you come across should be identical, whether they're 50, 90, 25, male, female, have a disability. Everyone as a level 2 coach should be coaching at the same level. I think we all bring, from our backgrounds, a different kind of opportunity and ability to the table. Females are often maybe a little bit more organised than the males. You've got that opportunity, you know, traditionally as the mother hen kind of thing, so you're able to look after people, spot signs of someone, you know, maybe not feeling that great, and just be able to relate to them and have a conversation. And often as a female coach working with a female group, you kind of get a better relationship because you're not seen to be judging anyone or trying to force them to do something. Actually, you just have a conversation, and sometimes females relate better to a female. It does go the other way, you know, the boys kind of often give you a bit of banter, but you know, you can square them away when you tell them to capsize and it's cold. There's been a few times when I've done assessments and you often feel as a female that maybe you're being kind of tested harder, because especially for me, you know, I'm not the biggest of people, I'm quite slight in my build, but actually I felt a few times that I've been paired up with the biggest bloke on the course and had to rescue him to prove myself. Being quite slight and small, maybe I haven't got the biggest, you know, weight to muscle, you know, proportion to lift a full kayak out the water and empty it across me. But actually, you know, if I've got better group management skills and I'm able to relate to people a lot better, my coaching becomes more effective. Just because you can empty a full boat doesn't mean you're a good coach. I think as females we're quite judgmental of ourselves and quite critical of our own abilities. You know, we'll say, oh, I can't do that, I'm not very good at that. And we'll back away from things and we'll use feeble excuses like, oh, I've got family things to do, just because we don't necessarily want to feel out of our comfort zone. We're quite comfortable in our own little bubbles and never really want to cross the line. And I think it's breaking that mould as females, you know, having a group of females surrounding you to help support you. You've got all the skills to be a coach. You can talk to people, you can get out there and just show them a passion or an ability that you've got. And anyone can be a coach. There's no set criteria that says to be a coach you must have A, B and C. If you've got an interest in something, then go and give it a go, and you never know, it might be your step for the future.